Sorry. I know it's bad on your teeth, but I just love chewing on ice. My dogs and I have that in common. It's probably not good for them either.
Probably not. That's like how you break teeth sometimes too, if like the ice is too tough.
I soften it first, it's fine.
All right. Well, anyway.
I like crunching things.
Let's warm your heart and soul.
Yes.
With a little bit of My Little Pony.
Can you believe the new baby is finally here?
Meet our son, Pound Cake. Daughter, Pumpkin Cake.
Oh, pumpkin cake.
Pumpkin and Pound.
2 new fools for me to play with?
But
Two times the fun. It's the greatest day ever.
could have gone with yellow or...
I like pumpkin. Yeah.
Babies are trying to sleep.
But I was just happy birthday to you and you today.
Kicked out.
Now, how in thunderation is one of them twins a Pegasus and the other one a unicorn?
Yeah, that is
My
interesting.
great-great-great-great-grandfather was a unicorn, and Cupcake's great-aunt, second cousin twice removed, was a Pegasus.
I was wondering what would happen.
Makes sense, right?
Just you wait. Once little Pound Cake there gets his wings going, he'll be all over the place.
Oh my god, their eyes! All glossy. That's a stupid adorable.
1 month.
I can't believe your Uncle touched your places. Where's Pinkie Pie?
There's a reason why babies like that. Oh, except those two. Weird. There we go. Because their brains are still processing and they are still trying to understand how something can go away and then show up again.
Who needs a diaper change?
Oh, you're making funny faces. I have one.
No, you see, Pinkie, the babies need to be birthed.
All set now? Everything good? Okay.
I like the good male role model role that they're showing in this episode. That's great. That he's actually being
Yeah, they don't have too
what he should be
many.
doing.
Too many males, but the ones that they do have are very good. Except for if they're evil.
Except when they're evil.
We don't chew on things.
But sometimes when they're evil, they're just so good at being bad.
Great cinnamon sticks! I completely forgot! Not the baby's food!
The food for the enormously big catering order we have to deliver today.
Wait, is the mom's name Cup?
I've been so distracted!
Quick,
No,
honey
Mrs.
bun, we need
Mrs.
to find a
Cake.
babysitter to watch the foals while we take care of this.
I can do it. I want to do it.
She always knew she was going to be married.
Wonder who would be available.
Oh, I would love
Mom, Dad, did you know I was going to be married? Is that why you named me Mrs.?
I was usually going to picnic.
I love that bunny.
You understand, don't you?
I love it. That bunny always looks like that when you have that as her owner.
I have to
Cupcake,
finish
yeah.
report for the princess, summarizing all my other
Oh, her name is
reports.
Cupcake?
Yeah.
That's good.
I just always call her Mrs. Cake.
I was just going to do a whole thing on tangent on just how weird it is that her parents named her Mrs.
She just goes by Mrs.
The
Cake.
caterpillars heading this way! I gotta get all these acorns picked before they get swarmed on.
I am flattered that you would think about me, though.
She's like, thanks, but nah.
They're adorable.
Pinkie Pie, how would you like to babysit for us?
I'm making cake after this now.
I don't know.
It's settled.
I have to check my schedule. Pinkie, responsibility pie.
But this time you need to take care of them, not just play with them. You
Sometimes-
have to be responsible.
I know. I will.
My best babysitters just played with us.
Oh, your
Games.
responsibilities are on this list.
Whoa, that's a lot of responsibility.
That's a little much for...
Done.
I mean, I guess they're babies, but still.
We'll frost it when we get there.
Well, I'm sure they like
Sugar
wrote
Plum
down
Tick Tick.
specific lists of instructions.
Gosh, that's a lot coming out of newborns.
Little friends, look. Where's Pinkie Pie?
I volunteered to babysit some kids once. Somehow I was better at it as a teenager than I was in my 20s.
Hey, you're a wonderful crowd here tonight. Where are y'all from?
That was so cute.
And now I can't find it. First you wiggle your tail, oink oink oink, then you wriggle your snout, oink oink oink. Your tail, oink oink oink, then you wriggle your snout, oink oink oink, then you wriggle your snout.
Come on, babies. This is freaking entertaining.
There, see? Nothing to this babysitting business.
Are you at the top of the list or the bottom? I hope you're at the bottom.
Like this. Nom, 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 nom. No pumpkin cake PE food, not tablecloths.
Oh. There you go. Dang, these babies got attitude. You're going through all of their flour supply. Or sugar supply, I'm not sure. It's so cute.
We lost.
I think you just kind of have to embrace the fact that babies cry and just let it happen. Support, but... Oh no, you gotta change them diapers.
Easy.
I don't know if I've ever changed a diaper.
Really?
Yeah.
I definitely have several times.
You gotta be kidding me. Hi. I finished up the work I had to do, so I thought I'd stop by and see if you needed any help. Whoa.
Yes.
I figured you would need some help. That's why I stopped by. Excuse me? Babies take a lot of work.
Plus, she's good with lists.
Babies are just not cut out to handle the responsibility.
Oh, shade thrown.
That's fight words.
Goodbye, Twilight. Sir, I don't have time to visit. I'm very, very busy with my responsibilities here. I'm happy to help. It's no trouble at all. Fall asleep.
But where's Pound?
Right. So ridiculous. Crawling on the ceiling? Alright.
Remember, Scootaloo can't even fly.
It's true. That is true. Yeah. I'm waiting for her to use magic. There it is.
How cool!
Yeah, the magic one's gonna be a bigger problem, I think, than the winged one.
No.
I was not. I was a little escape artist and I escaped the nursery of 3 different churches.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, the only thing I did that was rebellious as a child was when I was a child, I did draw on every wall of the house.
I didn't do that, surprisingly.
But I didn't do it, for any other reason other than fun.
I'm tired now. Or are you?
Great. See, this is what I mean. This is actually very advanced babies.
Go figure.
That tape's not gonna hold squat.
Now who's the responsible one?
She's starting to go crazy. Oh my goodness, that baby is insanely powerful.
And these are like magical babies. Imagine like real babies.
Oh my gosh, the amount of liquid coming out of her. It's nice that that floor just absorbs it right up.
You're right. That is fun.
That was so stupid cute.
They mimicked her.
Dear Princess Celeste, I've always had fun playing with little kids, and I thought babysitting meant just more playtime, right? Wrong! Being a caregiver is way more responsibility than just being a playmate. And today I learned that sometimes our desire for responsibility can outrun our actual ability to handle it.
Pinkie Pie, we're back.
How did everything go?
They were not expecting this.
Immaculate.
Are we in the right place?
It was fine. It was fine.
Pinkie, this is just
amazing is what it is. We have no idea how responsible you really are. Would you be interested in becoming our go-to babysitter on a permanent basis?
Let me check my schedule. I should be available a week from... Never. Pinkie Pie.
Aww. You gonna change your mind now?
I have some free time next Tuesday.
Like, how many times have your baby sat?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. As far as like diaper age babysitting, the only ones that I did was in a nursery in church. I would volunteer to help out, and most of the time it was just like playing and doing Bible study stuff. But I was never in charge of having to change diapers or anything like that. We just passed them off to the adults and be like, here. And then when I started babysitting just after college, I guess, it was always like older children, but I still found out I am not a caretaker.
All of my diaper changing experience comes from my youngest sister. Probably by the time that this is on our channel, we'll have had a baby.
Her own little pumpkin or pen.
Yes, that is right.
Miserable.
I love the horror element of...
Where is he? What is that? Yes.
Wow.
Just constant chewing. Yeah. You gotta respect stay-at-home dads and moms. Just like, this is an everyday thing, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah, speaking of
24/7.
Speaking of that, and this is something that it's unfortunate that we're still in a mindset to this point where we have to sort of say it, but we are getting better. It's nice that in this episode, they did a male representation, a father representation, just simply being what a father should be, instead of like, honey, can you take care of that? That's not my responsibility or whatever. In fact, actually, this episode does kind of touch on responsibility quite a bit, doesn't it? But it was nice that he was, stepping up and doing what he should do, because mothers everywhere, not that fathers don't, but mothers everywhere do a lot of hard work. They go through the ringer and they do most of the work. So men should never be thanked for doing what they should already be doing. And it's nice in this episode that we had a representation of someone just simply doing what they're supposed to be doing anyway.
The cool thing about My Little Pony is we don't really ever belittle the male sex. It's just they want to highlight the female sex and like what they can do. But whenever they do have some male representation, it's never quite bashing on it or hating it. So Mr. Cake was never, I don't want to take care of the kids. I don't want to do this. They're like, we want to show them in a good light, because people are not bad.
That is also a good message to send out there to little girls and little boys.
Yeah. We're not about excluding them. We just want to make a show where everybody else is, or not everybody is highlighted for their own talents and responsibilities. But
dads, there are plenty of dads out there that are awesome dads. My next door neighbor is an awesome dad, like totally there for his kids. And there are great dads who work hard and go above and beyond. It's nice when they do it, it's not looked at as, thanks for babysitting the kids. They're your children. You're not the babysitter. You're their father. But moving past that, this was a fun episode. It was fun to see how Pinkie Pie was pushed to the limit again. And inevitably she just gave up. She's like, I give up! Ah! And then that was the final straw for the kids. But they were just having fun.
It's a fun episode. They're all fun episodes.
And that final little poof.
What did you think of Twilight?
I relate. I really relate with Twilight.
But whenever she was telling Pinkie, like, a lot of people can't handle the responsibility or anything like that. Do you think it was rude, or do you think it was, like, justified that she said that?
I think it was rude, but I also think it was in her nature, and she wasn't meaning disrespect, but sometimes, you put your foot in your mouth, and that's what she did. Because I've done that myself. I'm like, oh, well, I can take care of this. And then I find myself unintentionally insulting the person I'm trying to help out. And I think that's all that really was. And she was probably super confused by the slammed door in her face, but I'm sure she figured it out very quickly after. So yeah, I've done that. I've totally been like, oh, let me just take care of that for you. Like implying like you can't do it yourself. But I can take care of this. Don't you worry about that. I'll just take care of this and this, and yeah. We mean well.
Anyway, thanks for fanning out with us, guys.
Fans out. Wow, thanks so much, guys, for watching that with us.
Yes, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more.
I can't wait for more.
I know.
Speaking of which, you could probably find that over at Patreon, because we have one of those with even more of this content and a lot of other stuff. So
So much more.
can't wait. You should.